Okay, so notes 3.3, we're talking about maximum, minimum, x and y intercepts. So the maximum is the toppest point of the line, written as x-axis number, comma, y-axis number. And this is like called the location, right? So that's why we use the closed brackets. There's no maximum if there's an arrow going up. Minimum is the bottomest point of the line, written as x number, comma, y-axis number. Again, this is a location. That's why we use the closed bracket or the round brackets. And then it's no minimum if there's an arrow going down. X-intercepts are the x value when the graph touches the x-axis. Y-intercepts are the y value when the graph touches the y-axis. So let's look at number 1 here. So we're looking for a maximum, which means we're looking for a top, okay? And we write the x number, then the y number, close the brackets. So on my graph here, this is my toppest point. The x value is a -7, so I'll write -7. The y value is a 6, so I'll write the 6, and that's it. You'll do the same thing for minimum, but it's the bottom. Okay, and again, x and y axis numbers with those brackets. So here's my bottom. The x value is a -2, so I write parentheses -2. The y value is a -4, so I write -4 and close it. Okay, it's always going to be this way because it's a location. X-intercepts are on the x-axis. So where does my graph pass through? Well, my line passes through at -4 on the y-axis, and then again at 6. And that's it. There's no brackets. We are just listing out the numbers where the line passes through the x-axis. Y-intercept, so we're looking for where the graph passes through the y-axis. And again, there's no brackets. So for this one, the graph passes through right here, and that is a -3. And that's it. Looking at the next one, the maximum. Okay, again, that's that top. So the maximum here, and the x value is 4, the y value is 3, and it's a location, so we use round brackets. The minimum has an arrow, so since we have an arrow, there is no minimum. You can't locate the arrow because the arrow goes forever. Okay, x-intercepts, we have -6, then we have 3, and then we have 5. So that's where the graph passes through the x-axis. Y-intercepts is the y-axis, and the graph passes through the y-axis at -4, and that's it. The next one here, the maximum, we see this, but then we see an arrow. So that arrow means there's no maximum, there's none. The minimum, the bottom, here it is. X-axis value is 9, y-axis value is -4. It's a location, so we use round brackets. X-intercepts, so this is where it happens on the x-axis. We got quite a few here. We have -8, we have -4, we have 0, we have 4, and then we have 7. The y-intercept is on the y-axis, and it only happens once here, and that's at 0. These are the notes for the day. Please do your homework 3.3. 4 problems, exact same thing.